Let's see if you've got what it takes to be an entrepreneur. We're going to give you 7 traits that will let you know by the end of the video whether you've got what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Go ahead and hit the like button on the way in. It'll make you a better person and you'll feel good about yourself for helping out the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about 7 traits that are going to let you know whether you're cut out to be an entrepreneur. Watch to the end for a special announcement. We've got something really cool in the works. You're not going to want to miss it. Number 1, the 9-to-5 trap. If working the 9-to-5 just doesn't cut it for you, if you feel trapped, if you hate it and you're just constantly thinking about starting your own business and you're willing to take that and you see that as the way that you get your security as opposed to working for the 9-to-5 and working for the man, you might be cut out to be an entrepreneur. For me, I was never the 9-to-5 guy. I just couldn't stand it. I couldn't get on board with my leaders that were telling me what to do. I thought I had a better way. I always had a plan. We were kind of like this. We were just grinding, right? And so pretty early on, I was a young man. I had to leave corporate America and become an entrepreneur. If that's you, you might be cut out to be an entrepreneur. Number 2, you eat what you kill. Man, I love this one. I've always felt safe and knew that I was going to be fine if I was in control of putting my next meal on the table because I would just outwork everybody. So if that's you, if you're fully comfortable knowing that you may have to put in the long hours, the long days, work harder than everybody else, and you're just going to flat out get it done so that you can eat what you kill, if that sounds good to you, you might be cut out to be an entrepreneur. Number 3, this is a big one. This was a great one. It's not failure, it's a lesson. Anytime you're doing something and you're on your own, you're starting a business and it doesn't quite go your way, that's not failure if you use it as a learning experience. And man, in my life, when I first started out as a real estate investor, that first property that we bought, it took 2 or 3 years before we sold it and made a profit on it. Many people would have looked at that and said, you've lost it, you've failed. I looked at it as a semester at college. I was perfectly happy to learn everything that there was that I needed to learn. And that's the only time, guys, that I was ever on the job with a hammer and a nail and cutting down trees. And we did it all from A to Z. I learned about title work there. I learned about insurance. I learned about loans. I just treated it as a semester. It didn't really go well. I was on to the next probably 40 or 50 deals before I sold that first deal. And so if I had just stayed with that one and said, oh shit, I didn't do a very good job, I failed at this, I never would have gotten to where I am today. So don't let the setbacks set you back. Treat them as a learning experience. You'll be better for it. And if you can do that, you're ready to be an entrepreneur. Number 4, someone's done it before you. And you look at that and you say, man, that's great. Someone launched a rocket, I can launch a rocket. Someone started a McDonald's franchise, I can start a McDonald's franchise. So if anyone's ever done a business before you and you look at it and you think, I could do that same thing, and you feel like you're ready to start it, you might want to be an entrepreneur. For me, I really believed with all of my heart that if they had done it, and I believed that they had, then so could I. Carlton Sheets taught people how to buy properties with no money down. I didn't have any money, so it sounded like a really good idea to start buying real estate with no money down. Someone else had done it. I believed so could I, and that's what I did. That's really what I did. The first property that I ever bought, I borrowed $3,000 from my beautiful wife, Linda. Thank you, honey. She begged me not to buy this house. It was in a terrible area. I talked about this earlier in the video. It really didn't go well. She was right. I was wrong. Number 5, and I love this one, risk it all, baby. Risk it all. If you're willing to put your reputation, your money, your time, all on the line, and you're willing to do these things that we talked about earlier in 1 through 4, you might be cut out to be an entrepreneur. I just love how they stack up here. But risking it all to me doesn't mean that you're gambling. It just means that you are wired differently than probably 98% of the rest of the world, right? So we're that salmon that's swimming uphill. I just have always felt like if I was in control of what was going to happen and I had, and maybe it's even an illusion of control, but I had the desire to be the one who, if it happened, it happened because of my success. And if it failed, I knew exactly who to blame. I never wanted to be the victim. I always just wanted to be the one who was responsible for success or failure. And that is risk it all for me. So number 6, leaders and followers. There's going to be leaders, there's going to be followers. You got to decide right now, which are you going to be? If you, like me, have a plan and you're ready to tell people, hey, we've got a problem, I've got a plan, you might be cut out to be an entrepreneur. I actually, in my life, I thrive on pressure. This is when my whole entire life, I've always wanted to be the guy who had the ball in his hand at the end of the game. I wanted to be the one who you came to with your problems so that I could figure out a plan to solve them. I tried to lead by taking action. If you perform well when the pressure is on, you're more than likely ready to be an entrepreneur. Number 7, extreme ownership. This is a book by Jocko Willink, Extreme Ownership. You've got to be willing to take responsibility for the success of your company, for your own success, and for the success of the people that are going to work for you. You need to have a plan. You need to be a leader. You need to risk it all. These kind of things, they just all stack up on each other. But this is so important. In the PR consultant's life here, as we started a business in Puerto Rico, I would say probably roughly there's 100 families on this island that have Christmas because of the work that we've done and the work that we were providing people. So they're not all employees, but there are guys out there on crews that they work year-round on our stuff, on our projects. We're constantly looking to start new businesses. It's our heart's desire to come and create jobs, high-paying jobs, and to partner with people who are of like mind, who have great ideas, and we help to facilitate their dreams and their businesses. So that's really why you come to this channel in PR Consultants. We take, I believe, extreme ownership of everything that we do. Sometimes to our detriment. My partner Dave McCallie will say, Robbie, why do we end up doing all the work all of the time? But I digress. Extreme ownership, guys. If you are willing to take extreme ownership, you're ready to be an entrepreneur. And thank you guys for watching to the end here. I told you at the start that there would be a short announcement about some exciting stuff that we've got coming up. Here's what we've got. We're going to do our first ever live event, and we would love to get your questions so that we're going to put a panel together. We're not even sure of the format yet, but over the next few videos that we do, we're going to give an opportunity for you guys to give us questions in the comments below. We're going to choose the 4, 5, or 6 best questions, and we're going to take them to a panel. We're going to do a live event. You'll know about it way in advance, but hopefully you're going to love it. And thanks again for watching. God bless. Hit the subscribe button and the like and leave a comment. Do all that stuff for us, guys. Share this video everywhere. Let's get this content out. Thank you, guys. Love you. God bless.